Oh, yeah, this is that one place, right? Oh, more puzzles. Presumably one of the ages is what we just teleported to, right? Mechanical age. Now I'm kind of wishing I read the book more. Just a little after 3. Okay, we got 3 shapes. Does it matter? Yeah, I mean, it might matter. Got a red bird. This is one of the... It's a spinning bird, okay. Cirrus, your greed sickens me. Your desire for wealth and splendor is never satisfied. I'll instruct my subjects not to pay your new tax, and you know they'll listen to me. Guards. Akinars, these are the brothers. Okay. There's a red page for, I think, Cirrus, right? Isn't that a... I feel like I saw in the book this is a trap, but... Why is that red? Is this different from where I am right now? I mean, not on this side. Is it the elevator that's moving? Yes, okay. So what happens if I... We're doing something. Presumably this is why I didn't want me to face it this way. So I can't go anywhere from here. Where am I meant to face it then? What does that button do? Oh, that brings me to the middle floor, I'd assume. Interesting. Okay, we'll come back. Let me finish the loop around here real quick. See if I can't get any hints on where it's meant to lead me, like which path to take. Snake. Hip. Oh, okay. Rotation simulator. Oh. Sure. Creepy. Blue page. Okay. So a pretty messed up place you got here, Sirius. Just for show. I feel like it might be. Okay, well, here's what we'll do. Let's point the elevator the opposite way, and then hop on it and see what happens. I still don't know what the point of these is, what the point of these are, but it might be a like comeback after using the elevator thing. Not entirely sure. Oh. Okay. All right, now let's see what happens. Like, can't even get in the elevator from here. For sure. Is there another opening over there? I thought it was. It doesn't look like there technically is. But then. What is the point of the cowbell? Just tell me how many rotations I need to do? Okay. So now can I face it that way? Nope. Also, I hear some like clicking sound specifically on this one, or maybe it's just always the first one after. It might just be the first one. Mm-hmm. Has anything changed up there? I'd be kind of surprised, but yeah, truly nothing. Let's do that. You son of a bitch. This is the... I just did the right thing the first try, I think. So did something change? Was there a difference on this middle floor? No, because the middle floor is like specifically just to be able to reach the controls, I guess. So what about now that I... did the big rotation thing? What is this? Oh, yeah, look. Okay, so it is rotating the whole island because that's where I came from first. Now I'm over here with nothing to do. Uh-huh. I didn't even register my brain that that was a different entrance. Is this just for flair, or is this like... Uh-huh. Sure, man. Go crazy. Does that do anything out here? No. I also see the arrows pointing up now. I don't remember it being like that. I do wonder then. So this is the default, right? That does something. What about the west position? Also does something, allegedly. Okay. Well, I'm not entirely sure what sound I've already done. Nope. Okay, so now we're on the bottom, right? And it goes counterclockwise. Okay, that's the one I've also already done, right? So that's the north side. Okay, this is a new one. Let me see what's changed now at the door. If anything. Okay, yes, I can't go that way. Oh, wait, there is a third island. What the what? What? That's the only one I. It's the only door I can get to right now. Okay. Well, wait. So this is considered this way, right? That was south. Is that where I came from? Maybe I'm forgetting which one I've already done. Hold on. Let me double check the sounds. This is the one I still need, I think. Yeah. I'm pretty sure. Oh boy. I need to do like 180 degrees. So presumably this is cowbell? Yes. This is south. Okay. This is the one I need to check still. Oh, this is different. I think. Yeah. What does that mean? Like, what? Is there a puzzle here that I've been missing where I'm meant to be inputting those? I feel like I would have found it by now if I was, right? Let's, why can't I do that from this side? Why is that an option? That doesn't make any sense. I feel like I've gone to all of them. But I don't remember what's on the far side one. Yeah. We'll just see what happens. I don't know, man. I'm just not, I just ain't a genius. Or I don't have more than 2 brain cells, I guess. Yeah, because this one I checked. That's the most recent one. I haven't taken a picture of this one yet, though, so I might as well just take a photo of it. It doesn't seem as though I can interact with them at all. And I guess the only other thing is the... Oh, you know what? I think maybe to leave? Maybe that's what it is? I feel like I remember seeing symbols on the entrance island. So I probably needed pictures of those to be able to input. But maybe the whole reason I came here was for the pages. Oops. Which would, well, I mean, that would kind of fit, I think. right? I need to go a while's way around, I think. That should be it. Okay. I have the pictures of those little symbols. I feel like maybe that's all I needed. Might have been looking for more than there really was. Yeah, that's exactly what it was. Okay. So it's the rotation, 2 triangles and rectangle, 3 triangles, circle, semicircle. Make sure there's not a different version of it somehow. Okay. Progress. New book. We did something. Finally back from mechanical. Yeah. I don't know if I want to put your page in right now. Well, you know, we'll start with you.
To rescue me.
Mm-hmm.
Don't be my brother, I beg you. May be complete. Don't. Always blue pages. Listen to him.
Yeah, he doesn't want to listen to Cirrus.
Egotistical fool and a liar. Help me. Bring me the blue pages. Ignore the red ones. Don't bring the red ones. Earnestly implore you. Wrongfully imprisoned. You must believe me. Will have my retribution. Please bring me the blue pages.
You had me there, but now you want retribution? I don't know if...
Please.
Yeah, well, yeah, you know, we'll check on him anyway. Why not?
You've returned. Thank you for bringing the red page.
Mm-hmm.
You must continue to help me. My name is Cirrus.
Right. I did find your torture chamber.
Release me.
Hmm.
I beg you to find. Hear me? You must release me, for I release me from this book, which has become. Bring me the red page. I need more red pages, please. Beg. Don't waste time. Look,
Brother, that's all I'm doing is wasting time.
don't. My brother. My brother is guilty. I wrongfully imprisoned.
That's what your brother said.
Bring the red page to me.
Hmm. Uh-huh. for sure, man. I feel like there's probably a lot of story I'm missing in these books about the two brothers right now. We just did mechanical, right? I've shared this age with my two sons. Mm-hmm. I wonder if there's any clue here. My sons love the world except for its gray sky. Oh yeah, the holographic device will enable the survivors to learn to use the fortress. Yeah, okay. Power and track slope. It was telling me right there, sure enough. Yeah. Black ships come, their attack was substantial. Signaling the black ship. Hmm. Hope to return to the mechanical age one day and find the population growing while a fortress still strong. I was kind of hoping it'd be any sort of information on them going there. Okay, I think I have 724. I don't know what that's in for. I just did this. I turned on that. 724 was the. Oh, it's the code in here. That's what it was. Yeah. I do actually know. It's right here. 7, 2, 4. Open the safe in the cabin. Okay, but now the question is, how much do I put on here? Or does it just turn it on all the way? Something's happening. Are you growing really fast, or are you just happy to see me? Wait, come back. Okay. Let's reduce the pressure just a little bit. I didn't do anything, did it? Is it just gonna keep dropping and I just have to hop in when it's available? Down we go. It's a little dark. Oh, this is the... Oh, man. There was a thing in the book about this. Did I take a picture about it? Probably not. No. This is definitely for the wood area. Yeah. I don't know. Let's hop in and see what happens, I guess. I guess the picture didn't really matter. So that's nice. I do like the fog. It's a pretty nice setting. This is a track of some sort. For what? That hurts my ears. Thank you. And away we go. Okay. Am I meant to be routing power to it? It doesn't really look like anything's got really any real like electrical power, but I guess it could be in these little tubes. We're trying to get it to here then? To open the door? I mean, in my mind, that means it's going this way now, right? And then this way. And then this way. And then this way. But that is not the case, obviously. Duh. I knew that. Oh. Frog. Come back. No. Sorry. Just thought we could be friends. So is it splitting from here, going both ways? So what is down here? Anything? I don't know. This doesn't really... I don't want to say it feels cryptic, but I have a hard time telling exactly how it's meant to be routed. Because I'm sure it's not cryptic and I'm just dumb, as is usually the case. Okay, let's assume let's assume it does come this way, right? This would mean it goes from here to here. From here to here. And then technically it's going this way. And then back to the entrance. Sure. Right, so it's using water. I mean, so if anything, it's actually, the water's actually coming from here, right? Yeah. Water's flowing from here. To this way. To here. To here now. Aha. Yeah. That's what I meant to do, actually. As intended. I can't help but think of, I can't remember the name of the planet now, but I'm just thinking of Ewoks. I was going to say Alderaan, but that's not the right planet. Oh. That's, opening or closing a door? I can't really tell. Did that change anything down there? It's not really connected though, is it? It's just connected to that. That door is not connected to anything. So I'm gonna go ahead and assume we want it like that, because that looks open. Right, and then presumably we go back down, reroute the water to go to there. I'm pretty sure my goal is still to look for a red and blue page. Okay, yeah, so they did open the thing I needed it to open. I mean, I can open this door. Sure does. So let's say the water's flowing this way. Does it go all the way up? On its own somehow? Is there pressure? Alright, yep, I guess that worked. Let's go left first. I feel like the blue page is gonna be in here. Well, you know, I said that, and I'm kind of thinking maybe red. Or maybe I'm jumping to conclusion about who each person is. This feels very much like the same as Cirrus. Oh, actually, it's completely different. Vault access, Island of Myst, airplane via Myst, access, simple. Look, switches the island. Marker position, marker switch to the off position. Okay. Ah, it is red. Yeah, the dagger kind of made me think it would be. Classic Cirrus. Does Akinar have the blue page? Or, obviously. Does he have the other half of the instructions there? Fuck. My god. Scared the shit out of me, I'm gonna be honest. Oh. Yeah, no doubt. Hmm. For sure.
I hope I pushed the right button, my dear brother. What a very interesting device you have here. I'm not erasing anything important, am I? Remember, he is preparing. Take only one page, my dear brother.
Who is preparing? Hmm. For sure.
I hope I pushed the right button, my dear brother.
I mean, is that it here? Yeah, I got the pages. Hmm. I guess it would make sense for that to be kind of it for now. I don't know. Was there another place to go that actually takes me out? Was there another elevator I'm missing? Hmm. That one, maybe? Can I get to it? No. It's completely disconnected. At least from the bottom. I'm gonna try something. What if I fire out the water this way? Nothing. It splooges out. All right. I mean, that makes sense. I just figured I'd at least try. Okay, I want to see, can I get to where that other elevator is? I mean, I guess I kind of have to, right? I don't really see any other options right now. I just kind of taken that and left, hadn't I? I'm looking for little fireflies. For over here. That truly is connected to nothing. It feels like it's meant to be accessible. But it doesn't look like it is. Is the first one? Yeah. This is the first elevator you take. That's the second one. I feel like that has to be my goal, is to get over there somehow. Surely. How do I cross a bridge that doesn't exist? You know, I was about to make some dumb claim about this future bridge I saw in the book. I think it was just a like planning a bridge in the future, not a futuristic bridge. I was kind of starting to think that maybe it was some sort of like invisible thing that maybe I was missing this whole time, but I think I'm making a really broad assumption there on what the meaning of future bridge is. That has to be where I need to go, though. I should have taken a picture of that book. Is there like another lever, maybe, that I'm looking for? Let's go back up real quick. I forgot how to open a door. It doesn't really seem like there's any other way to go up here. Let me just double check I didn't miss anything. For things to interact with. What is the point of that? An offering, maybe, or something? Bunch of tools. Doesn't seem like I missed anything on this side. Already got the picture of that. That's where the page was. I don't think I missed anything. Everything else really looks like out of order. Okay. So I'd imagine it's gotta be something to do with the water, right? That's what I'm missing here. I gotta be redirecting the water to somewhere else. And it just has to be it. I don't really see any other options. Where else can I direct it to that I haven't already? Anywhere? I already did this way, so that's the first one. This way kind of did nothing for me, so it just spits the water out. You know, maybe I am meant to actually put it here, and this will raise the bridge. That might be. I think my logic was initially telling me that this is what I did to turn the water on, but it's clearly coming from there. So I think what I'm missing is that it needs to be sent to there. Right? That makes sense in my head. Yeah, okay, so makes sense. I didn't even consider it because my brain was telling me that that's where I was pumping the water from initially. I totally forgot that it was coming from there. Okay. Now I reconfigure it to go this way so that way I can take that one up. Yeah. That makes sense. This way? Yeah. Just to make sure it's all routed properly. Cool. It's not going to drop my bridge, did it? Okay. That'd have been too much thinking for me, I'm going to be honest. All right. This should take me out the level. Or the age. I would have to imagine. Ay. I've called this age Channelwood. It is a very different world. Though it is exactly how I imagined it, it is still amazing to see it with my own eyes. Water covers this age as far as I can see except for a small rocky island. Elsewhere there are only trees, which grow directly out of the water. A myriad of thin wooden passageways are built just above the water and disappear into the forest. I assume they were built some time ago, for they appear aged. I'm eager to discover more about this land and its people, but I've arrived here late, and I must rest. I was awakened this morning by strange noises coming from a pathway adjacent to the one on which I had slept. I saw a group of monkey like people heading in my direction. They had not seen me yet. I did not feel threatened by their presence. Their response to me was one that I would never have expected. After staring at me for a short time, they fell to their knees and began what appeared to be some sort of ceremonial worship. I tried to speak to them. They did not understand my language. Instead, they indicated through enthusiastic hand motions that I was to follow them. As we walked, I began to notice that the waters below us were changing colors. Slowly, subtly, they would change from deep blue to muddy orange, then from muddy orange to beautifully clear. So intrigued by the water, I hardly noticed that we had arrived at a ladder. Climbing the ladder led us to their village, which is about 10 meters above the water. It can only be reached by the rope ladders that stretch from the lower paths to the village level, approximately halfway up the grand trees. It's very interesting watching these people carrying out their daily tasks. Even after watching them for hours, I did not understand exactly what they were doing. At sunset, they motioned for me to follow them. I followed the creatures to the doorway of an enormous hut. Strangely, once inside, I found that the hut appeared even larger than it had from the outside. The walls were garnished with bright metals, and in the center of the hut sat the leader of these people. At least he appeared to be their leader, for he sat a meter off the floor in a thick throne. Guards surrounded the strong creature, who was dressed in many exotic, colorful fabrics. Next to the leader sat a very old human. At least to some extent, he appears human. His hair, which was only on his face and head, was completely gray, almost white, and hung very long around his frail body. His thin head hung limply by an almost grotesque neck that could not hold its head up to look at me. But, but what a surprise! This creature could speak my language. Shortly thereafter, I was given a bed with some hand motions that looked to be telling me to go to sleep. I look forward to learning more. As I suspected, the ancient creature is a human, but he is old beyond his own reckoning and seems almost insane. However, the tree dwellers almost revere him as a god. They are treating me now in the same fashion, which makes me feel very uncomfortable. It's almost impossible to understand this old man. His voice is feeble but wild. He has adopted much of the language of the tree dwellers. He himself told me he had not spoken our tongue in ages. He attempted to explain to me the history of this place, following as my best translation of what he has told me. Many years ago, the humans and tree dwellers lived together in this place, which was then a vast island. They interacted very little. The humans dwelt on the ground, and the tree dwellers lived high above the humans. Occasionally, the island was disturbed by mysterious rumblings, which happened randomly, some sort of tectonic or volcanic action, I suspect. Sometimes slight, sometimes heavy tremors would only last a short time. Then they would stop, allowing everything to return to normal. One day things changed. The rumbling began and grew quickly to unprecedented levels. Soon it became apparent that the entire island was sinking slowly into the ocean around them. Many of the humans died that day, but not before sacrificing themselves in order to stop the sinking of the island. The humans who lived through this catastrophe moved into the trees, where they gradually died out, maybe because they were unequipped for such an environment, but I'm not sure. This is the story the old man communicated to me, although many details are very unclear in my mind. I'm especially confused as to how the humans saved the island from completely sinking. In fact, I doubt the accuracy of that part of the story. The island must have stopped on its own. Yet, the old man believes in the truth of the story as if he had been there, and the tree dwellers worship him, and apparently all humans, as if they were heroes or gods. The old man ended our conversation today with an event which I will never forget. He began gripping my hands tightly, murmuring something about rest in his sleep. He then said, "We had expected you to come sooner." These actions filled me with a sort of immediate dread. With much effort, he stood to his feet. I tried to help, but he pushed me away with more force than I imagined his frail body contained. The tree dwellers quietly surrounded him with very solemn faces. They then kneeled before him. He walked to each and placed his hand on their heads. All the while he murmured words which I did not understand. Finally, he turned to me and smiled. Then he closed his eyes and walked out of the door and off to the narrow path high in the trees. The tree dwellers were silent. They began a procession down the nearest rope ladder. As I was descending, I saw several of them pick up the body. He had fallen onto a lower level of the walkway and carry it away. He was laying down at the dead end of a short pier-like structure. With the use of some potion, one of the tree creatures lit the pier on fire, and I watched as the flames engulfed him. As the strange funeral proceeded, the waters around the pier changed to a dull green. This morning I awoke, finding it hard to even believe the previous evening's events. The water is a dull green for as far as I can see now. For some reason, the water no longer shifts color. As I wander throughout the pathways, the creatures watch me, curious to see what I'll do next. They're constantly offering me strange objects of affection. I even found food outside the doorway to the room which I had slept. This is a unique race of beings. I hope to learn the language soon so that I may learn more from them. I have lived on this world for 3 months off and on, and the tree dwellers have shown great hospitality. I'm even beginning to learn bits of their language. I have decided to return home for an extended stay with my loving wife and my sons, and hopefully return with them. However, I'm sure Catherine will once again refuse. I think this age would be a wonderful experience for them all, and I at least look forward to how Sirius and Achenar will react to its curious inhabitants. Catherine is staying behind, as expected. My sons have returned with me, and they enjoy this age very much. They get along very well with the tree dwellers and are picking up their language surprisingly fast. I have no doubt that it will not be too long until they can speak with the tree dwellers much better than myself. I'm leaving tomorrow to check on Osmoyan age. Sirius has suggested that I allow him and his brother to stay. Though the idea unsettles me, I know the boys are growing up rapidly. The hospitality of these creatures is such that I could think of no better place to leave them alone for a short while, so I will consent to their request. I warn the boys not to take advantage of the respect the tree dwellers have for their ideas. They seem to understand my warnings, and I have faith they will follow it. Much to my dismay, upon arriving in Everdunes, I learned that Pran and her people are continuing to be menaced by the Choctic. I fear for their survival and plan on returning to her shortly after checking on Sirius and Akinar here. See Everdune's journal for more information. After watching Sirius and Akinar, I see they are handling things very well, and I think that I can put to rest any fears about leaving them in Channelwood again, and for a little longer time. The tree dwellers seem slightly distressed that I am leaving, but are happy that Sirius and Akinar are staying behind again. I've been gone for over 3 days, and I've been to many different places. I had to tell Sirius and Akinar about Pran's death today, and they were visibly shaken, although they only remembered her from their childhood. Catherine has suggested that it would be wise for Sirius and Akinar to leave Channelwood for a while. I have to agree. They will be returning with me when I leave again. I've told my sons that they will be returning with me in 2 days. They spent the entire night telling me of an adventure they experienced in my absence, and it was rather remarkable. It seems they constructed a boat with the creatures and traveled some ways in the surrounding waters. I enjoy hearing them talk excitedly of their adventures, and am reminded of my own adventures as a child. I finally understand why the tree dwellers have been giving me their many inks and insisting I write with them. Looking through some of my past entries, I see now that the inks have changed from the black I thought they were to various different colors. I've shown some of the creatures my journal, and they laughed and howled. I did not know they had such a sense of humor. Even now, as I look through this very colorful journal, I cannot help but laugh myself. We will be returning tomorrow, so my sons are with the creatures for the last night here. They have told me they would like to come to Channelwood again, and also asked if they can visit some other ages alone. Though I'll have to think over their request, I believe they have proven to me that they are trustworthy and responsible. Catherine will also have to help me decide whether they are ready for travel alone. For now, I must give my farewells to the creatures, for I do not know how long it will be until I visit this age again.